Don't judge me.
Welcome back to the Don't Judge Me podcast. Here today with Sir Nygel, the House of Wave Files from the Dark Gray Triad. Always looking left because I'm not right. Yeah, I don't know what to say. So, I know who does.
It is I, J. Delnegro, the co-host of the Don't Judge Me podcast. I'm the actual factual, and this is the last episode of my 5'12"ness because once May is over, I go back to being 6 feet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you were doing there.
Yeah,
okay. I was wondering why. I was like, that's interesting.
Why
kind
am
of
I
take
5'12"?
on. Yeah. Why are you doing 5'12"?
Because you said this was
It's Short King's week.
Yeah,
it's Short King week.
I just became the 5'12" phenomenon. But as of the next episode and thenceforth, I will be 6 feet yet again. But I am the motivational speaker that can breathe a little life back into even your settled down life. Now we're going to judge, we're going to roast, and of course you're going to judge us for judging you, and we don't care. But if you want us to care, there are two things you can do. Thing one, you can leave us a voicemail at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com, or you can send us a voicemail and give us a call at 202-642-9398. Again, that's 202-642-9398. And again, our email address is don'tjudgepod@gmail.com. So Nygel, it is episode 199.
Oh, yeah.
This is the preeminent episode to 200.
Yep.
200 is on the way. How you feeling today, sir?
Feeling good. It's about to be June. Slim dick summer all day.
Nigel's slim dick summer.
Yeah.
Nigel.
Definitely.
That's definitely for Nigel, not for me.
Look.
Even if it was, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, 6 inches from butt to tip. I'm telling you, it's
From
a thing.
butt to tip.
Mm-hmm. It's about the motion in the ocean.
The motion in said ocean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. His summer is full of slimness and motions.
Yeah. Look. It's all about your swagger.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm talking about. But yes, it's summertime. It's starting to get warm. Yeah, here. I got my little baby guns out, my 22s. Just trying to vibe it. I got some hoochie daddy shorts the other day. They were too hoochie. And
Too hoochie?
Yeah, too hoochie.
I've been in plenty of stores looking for summer attire, and the shorts, the inseam on men's shorts is out of control.
Boy, no, that's what. Look,
out of control. Like, come on, guys, come on. Like, I'm not asking for 90s and one shorts length.
Yeah, your fucking
shins. No, I'm not asking for that. Just give me 10 inches, please. That's crazy. It's crazy. But I need a 10-inch inseam.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No, and I think the shorts in question are like 8, if not 6. It might be 6.
It's like 6.
It might be 6 actually.
It might be.
Because when I put them on, I was like, dog, if I sit down, my nuts is popping out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these jeans is crazy. And I was like, me, with my light-skinnedness, who doesn't leave the house and doesn't touch grass, it was a lot of bare white meat right there. Right? I'm talking like, I had like 7 different shades of me. Like, I was just like, dog, I couldn't. I would get like melanoma or something. Like, I had to get some skin joint. Like, melanoma. That's what it was. I get some melanoma or some shit. Be fucked around because the sun be like, oh, fresh meat, bruh. And eat me alive.
As a fellow light skin, my legs look like confectionate sugar. Like, it's just, I've got no color on these legs.
Look, bro, I am so pale. It's not even funny. And it's just like, no, it was too short.
Yeah, I can't live like that. I can't live with
like not in
those
the
little tiny. And then they got the nerve to be in like Easter colors and stuff. They'll be in the softest blue hues. And
it was a salmon parrot. It was salmon pink. It was. I was trying to match some shoes. I got some low tops. I was like, I can rock these joints. And I got them home, and I was like, I made a mistake. Like, I'm glad they were only $2. I got them from the thrift store, so it was cheap.
Okay.
But it was definitely like, oh, this is too hoochie. Like, I'm out here trying to sell the goods.
Your daddy was doing it, huh?
No, I was out here trying to only mans. Like, I was about to be out here showing kneecap.
Yeah, it is. The shorts are not long enough for me. And I did find some from like Old Navy, and the regular price was too much for me because it's Old Navy. I got a problem with Old Navy feeling like they can charge premium prices for their products. No. They're Old Navy. Old Navy has been the universal repository for buying 4th of July paraphernalia for $5 and less, from t-shirts to sandals to hats to other novelties. Why the fuck are they selling $55 jeans? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm not okay with that.
Dog, I remember back in the day, you used to go to Old Navy for like a 30, maybe 20. It was $20, I think. Because I remember I used to be mad because I was like 2 sizes above their max. So I was like, dog, these are so economical, right? And then I think the next place I want to go on was like Guess, and they like charged, it was like maybe 40. It wasn't bad, but it still was like, bro, this is, you know what I'm saying? Especially for jeans.
Yes.
And it was just like, yo, I'm not for it. But Old Navy used to be $20, I think.
Old Navy used to be, I can get what I need and feel okay.
Yeah, and then they had always like the sales rack where you get like a shirt for like $2.
Yeah, the clearance $2.99 rack or something like that.
Bet I'm coming up.
They don't even have the clearance rack in some Old Navies anymore.
That's crazy.
Like it's just but I like to go in there because like t-shirts, like I needed to swap out a bunch of my t-shirts because I've been holding on to some t-shirts for some years, and it's just like, all right, these don't, the way they fit my form right now is inappropriate. And I actually noticed it on one of our recordings. I had on a shirt and I was looking at myself like, that's not it. Gotta go. And then I realized I bought like a few shirts in that summer, and it was like, all right, it's time to replace. So I got rid of some shirts. It was like, I need to get some more. And so I went Old Navy and they had a deal, $9 on t-shirts. Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. 2
or 3 seasons. I'm good. Like these are going to hold me over. And then I went looking for other things, and I've got an admission to
around.
No. Everything was on sale. I went on the right day.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Everything was like 20 to 40% off in the store. So it was just like a good day to go. And the admission I need to make is I've got a problem where I like buying green pants.
Green?
Yes. The pants I have on today are green pants that I bought from Old Navy.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Okay.
I like buying green pants. And anytime I see some, not denim, of course, but like cargos, khakis, shorts, but not like olive green, everybody, olive green. Anytime I see a pair, I'm like, ooh, green pants.
Yeah.
I have no clue what it is about green pants that just speaks to me, but I have a number pair of cargo cotton kind of green pants, and I hope to keep this collection going.
Nice.
I like green pants.
No, I as well like green. Not all, I guess like the olive or the darker green. I'm more, I guess, like a lighter. I guess more teal.
Okay.
Seafoam almost.
Seafoam. I thought seafoam was pink.
Well, no, seafoam is like a I can see if I can show you real quick, but it's like a teal light. It's like almost like a light green.
Okay. Okay.
Seafoam green, but honestly, because of my size, so like that.
Okay.
That color.
All right.
But because usually on my size, it was like that's too much. That's the ocean right there. The ocean's moving.
Now you did just say something about the motion.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want too much attention to the.
That is the ocean.
Because then they're gonna fall in love. Like there's a lot of motion over there. I'm like, yeah, I know. Cause I know how the ocean's in the motion.
That riz is real.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And then I tell them 6 inches, but the tip, and they like, oh, daddy,
Sir Nygel, ocean master.
Yeah, ocean master, bro. I'm out here. Look, I'm like, you seen Avatar? Waterbender. Okay.
I was actually thinking of the James Cameron Avatar.
Oh, different.
Same,
yeah,
sure. Actually, the second one was The Way of the Water.
Yeah, Way of the Water.
So you are still.
That's the next. Actually, I gotta give an update. My mom has helped me with a saga for the books.
Oh,
I'm going to walk it through.
Hold that, please.
No, I know. But I want to make it known. I literally talked to my mom about it. We got a plan.
So because
it's an 8-book series.
because that is exactly one of the things I want to talk about later on in the show.
Perfect.
But you are the ocean master in seafoam.
Mm-hmm.
How much seafoam, just in general, do you think things of that color do you own?
I guess I have like 4 hoodies.
Okay, you're into this.
I actually have like a lot. We at one point we're doing like team color like competition where everybody had like a team color, and we were it was like the chicken of the sea foam. That's what we were.
Okay.
And then I have like hats. I have like a shawl. I don't even I guess a neck scarf thing. It's actually one of my favorite colors, to be honest. But I have like 3 pairs of pants, a couple hoodies. I have like a couple dress up shirts.
Okay.
But honestly, because of my size, I'm like, yo, it's a lot of space. And so I'm like, I try to like, but not recently. I've been able to get like smaller pants, but now I'm even smaller than that. So I'm like, all right, well,
you hear that, everybody? Sir Nygel is working on it.
No, I'm working on it.
He's been doing the things that need to be done for himself and his health.
No, I'm trying.
Everyone out there listening, give Nygel a round of applause. And I feel like we have a hand clap sound effect. I just don't know where it is. I'm going to go with this one.
Very well.
Very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
That was very PG. I was worried, not gonna lie.
Speaking of PG, there is something I need to talk about with us as well. But
okay,
that is very well. But I still want to catch up before I get into that. My color, I think, and I got on this maybe like 3 summers ago, is like rose. So like shades of red, but like just a softer, not quite.
Yeah, no, I like that.
As vibrant as pink, but that was like I was buying a bunch of pinkish.
Yeah, I actually had like a hoodie recently.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And I was like, I love this color, and it's hard to find because I mean, like
not in Old Navy.
Well, okay, so I need to go to Old Navy.
Old Navy.
Like I'll type in like red, pink, and it's like there's so many variations
because of the sale right now. Like everything's 40% if lower off. They've got a number of sweatshirts that aren't in season, but they're on sale, and they've got they've got the seafoam, they've got the neon, they've got the pink, they've got the gray, like the crew neck sweatshirts.
You went to Old Navy near you?
Well, Old Navy's Old Navy.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just curious at inventory.
I think I went.
I feel like they might be demographic.
Crofton. I went to Crofton. So
okay.
It's one of the better.
I was gonna hit the one in Bowie Town Center, maybe. No, not Bowie Town Center. Woodmore. But I don't know if it.
I've been in that one like once.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but there's Nike outlet there too. So
there's a Nike outlet right next door.
Okay, so, I'm gonna check it out then because I wanna get some different.
I don't know if it goes through the weekend because then they're advertising the cash that they have.
Yeah. But I mean, I'll still check it out. I mean, if it's the color I want, I mean, I'm not gonna pay $55.
No, it's gonna be on sale.
But if it's reasonable, because I mean, like even the hoodies I've gotten is like 20-ish. Mm-hmm. So if it's in that ballpark and I get it instant, I'm fine with that.
Go for it. It's out there.
But I like that rose though. I've actually grown fond of it recently, and the problem is with me is like trying to find shoes that go along with it because most
shoestrings, brother.
Yeah, I didn't
shoestrings. Just get the shoes you want, and then swap out the shoestrings and. Just make sure it's the right length, and you can get those off Amazon, 45 inches, 47.
It's funny too, because like today even, I'm supposed to be going out tonight, right? And I was like,
play on, player.
Yo, let me tell you, I've been touching grass.
Congratulations.
Let me tell you.
You be getting out the house and be like, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. And honestly, like, I didn't even tell you like that the weekend that I did the fraternity thing, right? Technically, I got like Instagram booked. And a young lady like approached me at one of the places like, you got beautiful hair.
Hey.
I was just like, I don't even know what to say.
Hey.
Except for, thank you, ma'am. Madame.
Hey.
But like, even like tonight, I'm supposed to be going out and I was like, yo, I need black shoes. And I was like, I own so many pairs of shoes, but just straight black shoes.
Yeah, I don't own any black shoes.
I don't own any. Yeah. And I was just like, and I've been wanting like a pair of black boots for a while. I just haven't pulled the trigger because I didn't need them. Mm-hmm. And so now I'm like, oh, well, now I need to buy them. Or something like it's like all black something, and I'm like I got something that's like black and like it doesn't have as much like other color. Hopefully nobody notices, but it's like whatever, I don't care. But that's why you might notice the button up, the short sleeve joint we was talking about. Wait, no, the button down. Button down. No, button up.
Button up.
So, but yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, going out, I'm just trying to find the fit. Trying to get out here and do some things.
It makes you feel better to have something for an occasion.
Yes.
Like to say, I'm going here. Like I've got an upcoming event. It's not an event for me, but it's an art event. And it's in one of the museums. And it's like, do I wear a t-shirt to the museum? Or do I wear
that was honestly
something else?
That was honestly my problem.
Jordan 1s, or do I wear something else?
Because that was my thing. I was like, all right, I kind of want to go dressed up, but in my mind, it's funny because it paused. But I thought of you, right? Because I was like, initially, I was like, I'm gonna wear a hoodie, and I was like, I just heard you being like, niggas hot, and I was just like, yeah, you're right, Jay. And like I literally like had that conversation with like real because one time, like 3 weeks ago, I think. When I went out, I was going to wear all black. It was like a sweater. And Jay was like, it's fucking like 90 degrees outside. And I was like, thank you saved my life. Because I did not have water or anything, right? And so like literally in my mind, I was like, oh, I got this jacket. I'm going to have this fit. And I just heard you say, It's gonna be hot as fuck, bro. And now, mind you, it's raining right now, so it's a little cooler. I could probably get away with what I initially wrote, but I mean, I feel like this fit.
Yeah, you look fine, man. I noticed it when I came through the door. I was like, "Oh, this nigga put on." He know we gonna be on TV. That's all.
No, but also because I technically could have got ready after the fact, but I was also like, man, just get ready now, because if you don't, then you got to get ready later. And I was like, just do it now and fuck it. And so I got like a light jacket, which honestly I haven't been able to wear, but
now you can fit it.
But it's Gap, and I'm like, who was you? who? You shop at the Gap? I don't remember going to the Gap.
It's like, when did I go?
I got a Gap jacket.
When did I go in there?
I went to the Gap at one point and bought a jacket, sir. I don't even know where a Gap is. But yet old Nygel did.
No, old Nygel did. It was somewhere.
Yo, old Nygel knew where a Gap was and bought a jacket. That's crazy.
You did it. And now you can wear it.
Yeah. I'm psyched.
I noticed all the cars up front. I was like, oh, he up to something.
Boy, no, I got my other car working too.
Oh, it's working?
I got the tags on it. Boy, I'm scheming. I'm like, yo, I just need you to work. I don't need you to give me no alarms, Yeah. It is legit. I got my registration back up. I learned something apparently in the state of Maryland. If you go through inspection, you can turn in your tags, and if, let's say, 20 years go by, you don't need to go through inspection again. You could just be like, give me my tags.
What?
Yeah, so like initially I was concerned because I had turned in my tags on the car because I had to do some work on it, right? And so, mind you, it's been like 8 months ago, right? Finally got the car working. It's good. So initially was like, damn, I need a temp tag so I can take it through inspection.
Right.
Because it's been like 8 months. So then I can go get my tags. So I went to the lady who's down in Langley Park, and I was just like, hey, I guess I need temp tags. So I need to take my car to inspection. She was like, well, did you get your car inspected in Maryland? And I was like, yeah, like when it was driving. She's like, wait, you don't have to worry about that. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, unless you're moving to another state, you are good. She's like, you literally could turn in your tags, wait 20 years, and you could just get tags.
You're like, I need these tags back to go get my car inspected.
You don't even need to get it inspected.
You just take the car to get inspected.
And you just be like, I want my tags. And you just pay for the registration and you're good to go. You don't have to go through inspection.
Wow.
So I was like, word? I was like, so I'm about to go home with tags right now? She was like, yeah. I was like, yo, you tight. I was like, yo, you clutch. And she was like, yeah. I was like, a lot of people, I feel bad because they go through inspection and they don't need to. So I just got to pretend like, oh, you did a good job. And I was like, you're funny. I was like you're hilarious.
You're awesome.
I was like, you're hilarious.
You're amazing.
And then I was like, yo, thank you. And she was like, yeah, just write a review for me and, we're good.
This is to combat the Virginia tags in Maryland. Because I tell you, these cars with Virginia tags, something else.
No, bruh.
The most reckless drivers you will ever see in the state of Maryland have Virginia tags.
Yep.
Because that means they got hella tickets, hella fines, hella debt somewhere that they are not trying to pay. And they are the prime drivers of cars that pass you and you be like, that's why your car looked like that. Virginia tag drivers.
Funny you said that. You're right, though. You're right. It's always a Virginia motherfucker.
It's always a Virginia tag. That's why your car looked like that. Because you crazy.
Yep. But yeah, no, I was psyched that I got it fixed. So now it's mobile. I had to put gas in it, which was that was disappointing. Just because now it's like, oh, I didn't know you were empty. Like, thanks, fast Nygel. But yeah, no, I'm mobile. I got it going. So at this point, it's just cleaning it out. I need to do some TLC in there.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up, man. That's what I took a page out of your book today.
Okay.
This is why I was running a little behind. I went to Costco today.
Yo, best place on earth, yo. I'm telling you right now. How was your experience?
My experience wasn't for me.
You just said that.
I know. I saw your heart filled with joy. My experience wasn't for me. I was with someone and I just so happened to have a card and they did not have a card. So I was.
Why are you hanging out with such people?
They said they did. They said they did, and then they was like, I can't find my card, and I was like, luckily for you, I have one.
Allegedly.
Luckily for you, I have one. So I just walked in talked in Costco, and it was a Costco I'd never been into. And every Costco has a different layout.
Which I
the left
not
right
necessarily a fan of.
Yeah, the left right might be different. You might be used to the pastries on the right, and then you go into some Costco's it's on the left or something.
Yeah, because they'll flow it. Because I know the one in Woodmore, it's like left to right, whereas the one in Beltsville is right to left.
Right.
And then some of them even funnel you like more in the center, so you can hit the lines. That's the DC one.
But that's always the confusing part. Like, where's the line?
Yeah, because they'll funnel it differently. Yeah, there's always that shortcut too.
And because the shortcut will lead to the self checkout.
Yeah.
Because like it'll be the long lines. Because in Woodmore, self checkout is the first thing you see. In a lot of the other ones,
they actually moved it to the other side. They moved it closer to like the entrance side. Because I was in there literally on Friday, and I was like, when they moved I was like, oh, and so like we wound up having to cut through the stacks and then come out.
Yeah, it was just like, and that was the experience today. And I was like, it's always different in every Costco.
Yeah, they be throwing curveballs. I like it. It's a new experience every time.
But yeah, I went to Costco today, and I did not have a Costco bay. So I was a little...
Look, I'm excited because next time I go, mine went to Mexico to visit her family, and she will be back next time I go, and she said she's going to get me something. And I'm like, if she gets me a souvenir, I'm going to take her out. I'm going to be like, yo, hey, Costco cutie, let's go.
Definitely don't have me a Costco bay. But I did that today, and I went for a walk thereafter because I needed to. I hadn't been exercising, and I just knew I was going to be late because I was out a little further than my house, so...
And like I said, kudos to you because, you know, I appreciate the fact that because Jay let me know way in advance. Most people would be like, you know, hey, we're meeting at 1. At 1:05, it's like, I'm going to be late. No, you already late. Yeah. Like Jay let me know like 2 hours before, like, hey, I think I'm running late. And I'm like, my dude, like that was well in advance. I appreciate you.
Because like for me, time is a real simple thing for me. I know a lot of people, time isn't. They just can't put themselves in position to know where they're going to be. But for me, it's just like, I can always tell how I'm a process and proceed with things. So I know if I'm going to be late or
me too.
Or whatever.
And that's why I appreciate it.
It's just courteous to just be like, nah, I'm not going to be here at the time I said I'm going to be here, but I'm going to try my best to do what I need to do.
Let me tell you about an ex-girlfriend of mine who, let's say if we were supposed to meet at 2, she'd be like, oh, my bad. I started watching a movie and like wouldn't show up. And I'd be like, yep, like, what do you mean you just start watching a movie? Like, she'd be like, well, because like, she'll be like, I'll come over your house at like 3. And it'd be like 5:30. And I'd be like, where are you? And she's just like, oh, I started watching a movie. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean you were watching a movie? And mind you, like, I've gotten better, but it was just like, you don't appreciate my time. Like, I could have done, I wanted to see you, but I could have been doing other things.
I think the most valuable trait a significant other can have is consideration.
No,
you have to think about me in context to you.
I like to think that.
And then make decisions like that for us. Because like, that's how I'm looking at it from you and I. Like, I got to be considerate of you. You got to be considerate of me. You can't just be carrying on like you carry on because ain't shit there and ain't nobody there. Like, just, excuse my French. Bitch, if you don't fucking reach out to say like, my bad, I'm late.
Yeah, or even just the adage of, hey, have you eaten? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to get something to eat. I want to make sure you got something to eat. Like, if I'm just eating by myself, you ain't never going to eat with me. Because I can grab a granola bar and be like, I'm good. I'm done.
I am always you need something? Even if I ain't got it to get you something, I'll figure it out. You know, like if I'm doing like bad
theft.
If I'm doing bad, I might just have to, put it in my jacket or whatever. But like, I'm gonna get you
the secret ingredient.
Yeah, and get you what you need. I'm always asking. You need something? All right, cool. Especially if you have a vagina, I'm gonna ask if you need something.
Yeah, and don't come out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Ask for basic shit. You know what I'm saying?
Don't tell me you need a Louis bag.
I need a Rolex. Who's this? The number you're trying to reach.
I get creative.
Get a Sharpie and write Rolex.
Rolex on,
I would do
on
that
something, go to Walmart.
You didn't say you wanted a real one. You just said you wanted a Rolex. I got you.
Rolex.
Yeah, get you a piece of paper, write Rolex on it, draw it, and then clamp it with a piece of tape or something.
Question. You go to a gas station because you had to get gas for the whip. And it's a bulletproof housed counter that the cashier is in. Mm-hmm. How bad do you think the cashier has to smell for you to be able to smell them through the bulletproof glass?
That's horrific at that point.
And that happened to me today. And before you ask, yes, he was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, I wasn't even going to ask. I just assumed it was.
He was that. And I was just like, I could smell this motherfucker through the bulletproof glass.
Yeah, that's wild. Because it's not a big hole.
Like, you can't even stick cash in the motherfucker. You gotta scan through the glass.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying? Like,
you're permeating plastic.
You gotta unlock something to put the cat. He smelled through the bulletproof glass, and I was just like,
he just hot boxing.
Hot boxing.
Yo, can you imagine though? All them cigarettes. I mean, given they're covered in plastic, but it's gotta permeate stuff.
He has destroyed every nicotine cartridge back there. Every Rhino 5,000 sex pill that he has back there is now contaminated with his stench.
Can you imagine that though? Man, I'm about to go see Bonnie Blue. Why does it taste like curry?
It definitely was something.
Yeah.
Extra spicy. Whatever he was taking, whatever he was smoking, extra spicy.
And the thing is, like, you gotta, like, I feel like at that point you gotta know. I've been to the point where I've been musky, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been like, I need to take a shower, right? Like, if you're that, you gotta be like, all right, yeah, I'm wilding. I'm wilding. I need to take a shower.
This motherfucker smells like
go
jungle of Brazil, some goddamn way.
Like a bird's bath joint, a stripper
joint.
He
could have took one of the car hanging trees and just rubbed them under his pits on his clothes or something. Like he could have been
get some armor on,
some black ice. He could have smelled like something other than.
I feel like that's volatile. I feel like mixing too many chemicals. You know, you do like ammonia,
sure.
like
ammonia
and bleach or some shit. Yeah,
like you make mustard gas. Yeah, he's definitely doing that. He definitely was. He would have. Yeah, he risked it all. He risked the safety of others.
In tonight's news, in PG County, there's a quarantine on 7th Street when a mesh killed everybody.
Speaking of PG County, I was on the phone yesterday with someone. There was a funeral they went to in not Tacoma Park. Starts with a T in PG. Hood. T. What do you
go on? Yeah, finish the story. I'll find out.
And they stopped at a CVS to get a greeting card. I'm sorry for your loss kind of card for the person. They said they were walking back to their car, and they heard a number of gunshots. Bang, 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 bang. They paused, got in their car, and drove off. Because I don't want to be here for whatever the fuck going on. Mm-mm. Sure enough, I'm on local news site. There was a murder at that CVS in front of the CVS. It was a drive-by on a bike.
That's crazy.
He was successful.
Yeah, no.
On a bike.
That's wild.
Not Tacoma Park, but it's
Starts with a T?
Yeah. Shit. It's over there past towards Andrews. We're not gonna wait on this too long. But just straight up, they were just like, I heard some gunshots, I got out of there. Next thing you know, somebody was killed right there, right where you left the door to go to your car. So you probably saw that person alive 1 second and didn't think nothing of it, and then walked past, got to your car, and then they were dead.
Like you were in the store with them.
Yeah, because somebody was waiting for them on a bike.
That's wild.
Shot and killed them.
But you know how crazy, how like upset you made that motherfucker to get you on a bike?
It probably wasn't anything big. It was probably over something like $50.
But that's what I'm saying. But like you had the bike there.
I think they tried it before with the gun, but the nigga was moving too fast.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean with the car, but the nigga was moving too fast. So they was like, we gotta slow down, bro. I ain't good at this. I'm already turning the gun sideways.
Like the gun sideways.
So
yeah, I don't know what it is. Because I don't even see Tacoma on this. I should have said places that start with T, and they ain't giving me nothing but everything else.
It's not Tacoma Park.
You said about Andrews?
It's over in that direction. I mean, it's in PG, but it starts with a T. It
doesn't matter.
It's the hood. We'll remember it as soon as we get off mic.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, fucking Travis Street. That's not a street down there, but.
I can't even think what it would be. Tenleytown. No, that's DC. Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter. But yeah, no, that's crazy though. But the thing is, like, circumstances happen, right? And it's so crazy how like somebody could be there and somebody's gone. And the thing is, you might even almost hit the nigga leaving the parking lot, right? And he could have been like, you lucky I only got 2 bullets. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
his revolver only covers 6.
Yeah. And I feel like he can't have an abundance of ammo because he's riding a bike. Like, if he had ammo, I feel like he would have a car. Or maybe he knew what he was doing.
Trained assassin.
I mean, there's no tags.
No tags.
It's just a dude on a bike. That could be anybody. Even if a cop stops him, it's like, well, I'm just a dude. I'm just biking,
I'm just
bro.
a dude on the bike right now.
Did you just kill someone? Huh? Like, It's so easy to get out.
And then you leave the bike, and guess what? You're not anymore.
You
just
do
it on the bike.
You just
a nigga
walking.
You just a nigga walking.
Yeah, because you can literally just like I'm gonna throw the bag in the bush.
Criminals, if you're listening, do it on bikes.
Yeah, do it on bike, do it on walking, and just walk like you got confidence.
Yeah, just do it on the bike. Lead a bike. You stole a bike anyway.
Yeah, leave the bike, hide the gun, throw it in a bag. Nobody's touching a bag, a wet bag anywhere. Ideally, so you can come back and get it.
Yeah, I was driving.
No one's cleaning up trash.
I was driving yesterday. The rain had like rolled through and it was kind of messy at times. And it was that moment where it rained so hard you couldn't see in front of it. It was just like only thing you can see is the lights from the cars, but you can't really make out the lights. You just know it's lights there. It's red in different spots and before you. But then so you're using your wipers like crazy. Yeah. But then it starts to calm down. But the road's so wet that the cars in front of you are just like splashing water up on you. And you might use your windshield wipers, you might not. So it went from that like raining like crazy, and then in the 30-second window, no rain. I cut off my my wipers, and I'm driving, and little rain droplets from the road are filling up my my windshield, but I just hit the whatever the fuck it's called, the thing to make the wipers go off or whatever, and I noticed the car in front of me swerve out the lane real quick, but I couldn't tell what they were swerving for. I just thought they were jumping over to an exit or something. I hit the joint. Wipers come through, and then I see it. A big ass bag that just fills up the lane. And I couldn't move because it was too late. And I just braced for it, like, oh shit. And I ran over top of it, and it was nothing. Because it was like insulate from my house or something like so. It was like pink insulin and stuff like insulating foam or whatever. Yeah, I was just
I've had that same scenario.
Like, yo, I thought it was over. Because like it was just this big black bag that filled up the entire lane and was like, if I had like just a sedan or something like that, it might have got caught up in the axle or something like that.
A number of things could have went wrong. But it could have hit your bumper, break that. It could have been dragged underneath. It could have ripped the axle. It could have tore a hole in the exhaust.
High enough where it just didn't do anything.
Pretty much just.
But it was just sitting in the middle of fucking 270, and it's just like, yo. Thankfully, we made it through.
So I once was on 295, same type of incident, but mine was a table.
Damn.
I was in a Mustang.
Damn.
And pretty much ripped my front bumper off of the car and did some damage to like my undercarriage because after I hit it, it just and I was just like and mind you, when I was driving the Mustang, I was young, right? Like I was fortunate enough to have it when I was like in my teens, right? Like 17 maybe. So like this is like my first like what the fuck? And it was just like I called my parents and was just like there was a table in the middle of 295 that I couldn't dodge because it was.
I mean, it's 295. If you dodge to the left or dodge to the right, you're either going to be in a pothole or in a ditch. No, 295 is nothing.
But it was like 295 by like Benning Road type joint where it was like under the bridge. Yeah. Where, how there always floods that area? Mm-hmm. It was there. And it was just like somebody threw the table off the bridge. And it was just like, why is there a fucking table in the middle of the fucking road? Hit it and it just fucked my shit up. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck? And it was just like, it came up so quick. It was just like, I can't react. And there was like probably a car on my left and right. Mm-hmm. Or even if there wasn't, I didn't have the driving skills to maneuver accordingly. And there's probably somebody behind me. So I probably just took the
to just take it. Yeah, sometimes you just got to drive straight into it and hit the deer. Never swerve out of the way of the deer. Hit the fucking deer.
Yeah.
Because their life isn't worth it, but yours is.
No, and that's what sometimes you like it kind of reminds me of like those like infomercials, right? Where you like overcorrect too hard. Mm-hmm. Like it's like, sometimes you're gonna fuck your car up because I mean that's like a 3-ton animal, right? Or whatever the fuck, how much it weighs, it's still crazy. But if you try to swerve, you're gonna hit somebody else. You're gonna
hit something else.
You're liable. Yeah. I mean, if anything, it's cheaper to hit the jump than it is just to drive it off into a bush. Even if you drive off and hit like a tree. You're at fault.
Yeah.
The insurance ain't covering that.
Nope. Should have hit the fucking deer. Hit the deer.
Hit the deer.
No. Oh. I'm not going that fast. I gave a deer a concussion once. With
motherfuckers eat a car accident.
With a Nissan Murano. It was like, I don't know, 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm coming down this winding road, trees, and I'm about to get on 70, the start of 70 in Baltimore County so I can get over to Columbia. Actually, Hanover. And this deer just like pokes his head out and I can see him poke his head out and then it turns back and I'm 100 yards away or whatever. I can just see it off the light in the shadow of the shadow of the deer from the lights of my car. And then As soon as I get close, it decides it wants to jump out there.
No, it was trying to miss.
And it just hit its head on my car.
That's funny.
Boom. And then it just like spun around. And then I stop and get out the car. Did I just hit a deer? And I look over. My kids are like young in the back. Like my kids are like 3 and 1. And I get out and look. Yeah, it was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I get out and look, and I see the deer like get up off the ground. it just starts to start hopping along sideways and shit. And I'm like, he's gonna die later in the woods, but right now,
maybe
right now,
become stronger. He's the king of deer right now.
He is the king of motherfucking deer.
Because my ex I hit a deer and it fucked her car up. She had like a little Toyota Corolla, like totaled the joint. And the dude got up and was like, "Fuck your car," and left. And she called me crying. I was just like,
Yeah, I just had like deer eyelashes in
That's
like
funny.
in between like the gap in between my light and like the frame of the car or something like that.
Yeah.
But there was no like visible damage other than that. Like, but I heard the boom. It's like ooh, and I saw it spin around like 'cause, it spun out and then like rolled down a hill, and it was like
it peeped it. It was like, oh, there's a car coming. Oh, why? What was me? And it's like, bro,
I had the weirdest animal sighting. So there's no water where I live at. None. Not even like a pond or anything. What did you hear?
No, in my mind, I just imagine you being like, there was a giant fucking fish walking around. Like
Close. No water.
Okay.
Right? It's drainage systems. You know what I'm saying? Like it's townhouses. So like, have the little drainage ponds and shit like it around there. But like, there's no body of water anywhere. It's just former industrial area built up the hills and a couple trees or whatever. And I had just went out to spray paint something on my patio or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I had my blinds open. It wasn't the sunniest of days, but whatever. I had my blinds open. I'm just out there. And I see this creature, this silver creature, like low to the ground, broad shoulders, walking like it was pigeon-toed with a pointy tail. Like comes up my walkway. No, it's got fur. It comes up my walkway, walks through where the bushes used to be, and just like slowly sulking and stalking through, and just like this little strong animal. And I'm just like befuddled and beside myself looking like, what the fuck? And I ran up to get closer to try to figure out what it is. And then it goes under my fence and I've got some bushes up front. And I'm like, I'm scared at the same time because I can tell you it's not a possum, it's not a raccoon, it's not a cat. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was like, what the fuck? And I was like, do I call animal control? Like, what is going on?
Pause. Animal control won't come out unless it's detained.
Ah, okay.
So even if you call them like, well, you got it, you holding it?
What am I going to do with holding it?
Because they will not come out unless it's like locked into a designated spot. I'm like, I've had to call them a couple times.
Okay.
Maybe like, do you have it?
Do you have the lion?
I'm like, why would I have it?
Are you holding on to the alligator?
And they're like, nah, yeah, we ain't coming out for that.
Did you catch the hyena?
No, you because I had a bat and I was like, well, it's in a room. And they were like, and? And I was like, aren't y'all going to come get it? And they were like, no. And you can't do nothing about it because they're a protected species. So good luck. And I was just like, so I live with bats now.
Yeah, I do.
I'm Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
go ahead. So what is it? So you bumped into an alien.
An alien, a silver, strong, low to the ground alien with broad shoulders and a pointy tail walked across my patio and then went out under the fence into the bushes or something like that. So I was like just standing there looking shook for quite some time. Yeah. And then I was like, what could have that been? And I'm looking up animals where I think maybe it's this, maybe it's that. I couldn't figure it out. And then days later, I'm just scrolling on Instagram and I see a notice from one of the local newspapers. I don't know if it was the Sun or the Baltimore Beat or something like that. And it says, sea otters are appearing in Baltimore's Inner Harbor. And sure enough, a sea otter walked across my patio. And guess where I don't live close to? I don't live within walking distance to the Inner Harbor.
I can see if it was near me because I got the motion in the ocean.
You got the motion in the ocean.
I don't know why.
You got the seafoam pants. I had a sea otter.
I got one vision.
And it fucked me.
That is crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't.
And what gave it away was the tail, because like I'm thinking otters are like I'm thinking beaver tails, but it was that pointy tail, and I was like, yo, that was a sea otter that just walked across my patio, man.
That's wild. Yeah, you know what? I bet you somebody was doing some shit they weren't supposed to be doing. Somebody probably has a pet.
Well, they said the algae levels or something like that have grown in the bay, which means that more animals are coming back because that means they have more fish and stuff to feed off of.
Yeah.
So, but I don't live near there.
But that's what I'm saying. Like he went on a mission.
Like there's a sewer line, but like, and I know cats like travel through it or whatever, but I don't.
Oh, that's probably where he came from. He probably
came up the sewer line. I'm sure he came up the sewer line because it's like right there off my parking spot. Like you can just. Yeah. I've seen cats come out of there all the time. But I was just like, I was stuck because I had no clue what that animal was. And
because some stuff you ain't supposed to.
You ain't supposed to see no sea otter on there. No, I live in the suburbs. I live in the suburbs.
This is in the zoo, and even then, you ain't really paying attention to it. You're just like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, little sea otter, you know.
But like a random, like what is this Pokemon?
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm not. No.
Yeah, I was not prepared for that, but it definitely caught me off guard, and I felt like the audience at the Don't Judge Me podcast should share. And if they also have some strange sightings that they want to share with us, they can leave us an email at don'tjudgepod@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 202-642-9398. So there are a couple things I want to talk about specifically, sir. Cool. And I think the first thing we should talk about, the first thing we should get into is a voicemail from a member of our listening audience.
Cool.
Yo, what's up? It's John Salvatore. I feel judged. I'm listening to the current episode. Y'all niggas are judging me, and y'all don't even know y'all are judging me because this talk of V-neck shirts, like as a Cuban nigga, as a spicy Cuban nigga, V-necks have been the go-to for as long as I can breathe. And this short sleeve button up, I do that. Guilty. I'm not a Taurus type of nigga, but a short sleeve button, yeah. And then on the linen, no linen before May and no linen after mid-September. All right, that's it. Bye.
John, I will say that I'm wearing a short sleeve button up right now.
I am not wearing a short sleeve button up right now.
I hear you.
It is still recording though, but you know,
okay.
I am not wearing a short sleeve button up right now, and I will continue to judge you because that's what I do. I understand, John, that you are a Cuban nigga, as he alluded to.
Yeah.
So your short sleeve button up is probably worn a bit different than most people's short sleeve button up. I feel like John has it 4 buttons open and just buttoned to the last 2 at the bottom. That's how John wears his short sleeve button up shirt.
So let me tell you how I want to wear this.
Okay.
I know I can't.
Okay.
I just want to do the top button. Like fucking
you just have it open.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's gonna make people think you're your neighbors though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Until Ice shows up and I'm like,
nigga.
Yeah. I start dropping,
Cracker? Like you start.
Ball doesn't harmony. I don't know. Gucci man.
Burr, nigga, burr.
Yeah, burr. Where the chicken and watermelon?
Yeah.
And somehow a fire alarm beep somewhere.
You're out in public and it's just like beep. Oh no. He good. He good. Y'all heard that?
That's my ringtone. He's like, oh, beep. Okay. Yeah, I feel lost without it.
They take you in for interrogation. Like, give me my phone. I can prove.
But you know what's funny though? Like when I wear hoodies, I actually like to tie the knot up here and have it open. Like I don't know what it is. I've been doing this since I was like 20, and I know it's an outdated style. It's back in like WB jumps, right? And I love not zipping it up, but literally just tying it where I can't wear the hoodie and like tying it up here and just having it open. I don't know what it is. I guess that's why I want to do the button up like it because it's like, I treat everything like a hoodie because I love hoodies. But I know it's not acceptable. So I'm everything in me. Just know, in my mind, I'm like, I wish I could button this top button.
We need a smoke detector sound effect.
I could probably have one.
We need a smoke detector sound effect for the show. Just to
like
drop periodically, hit the button. Beep.
Yeah. I'm sure there's an app.
I'm definitely sure. Like anytime a nigga moment having, and just anytime we say some nigga moment shit, just hit the beep. That would be perfect. But yeah, I appreciate John you giving us some information, feedback about the rules for linen. That V-neck stuff though, man, like I don't know if I can ever just be accustomed to that. It's too slutty for me, man. It is just too. How, John? How can you just be wearing a V-neck? Just chilling in a V-neck. Like
I couldn't do just V-neck.
You know, like what if you drink like red juice or red drink and like through the straw, and then you do it wrong, and you spill a little bit, and it don't fall on your shirt. It fall on your neckline because you got on a V-neck.
If I'm out in the ether and juice just hits me in my chest,
Like
I'm going home.
Like that does it feel sexier if like it gets a little moist in the V-neck space or what? Like what happens? The V-necks are wrong. We should not do V-necks ever.
I will do a V-neck over top of a button-up.
But that's a sweater.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, but I couldn't just do it.
The V-neck
like,
T-shirt.
I couldn't do it raw
Just the V-neck T-shirt is just crazy. Do they make long sleeve V-neck T-shirts?
Yeah, I think so.
That is nuts.
I mean, everything's out. You'll find something out there. Apparently they don't have it.
You know what I tried to find?
There's got to be.
I sent you the picture. I tried to find a V-neck tank top. Like that is the thin ribbing on the shoulders, but it goes right into a V-neck. And I sent you a picture of something, but it wasn't. It was as close as I could find to the V-neck tank top.
I feel like it wouldn't be hard to make.
I don't care. Someone should make the V-neck tank top. Like it's just that's to prove how wrong V-necks are. Because like, why not?
Let me get a 6-pack. I'm rocking it. I'm rocking it everywhere, and I'm gonna have the mesh version too.
What's worse, a V-neck tank top mesh or a G-unit wife beater?
Where am I going?
Farmer's market with your girl.
The mesh.
The mesh is worse than the G-unit tank top.
At least with the G-unit tank top, it'd be like at one point he was the man.
At one point, that's 20 years ago.
In high school, you was the man, homie.
That's what everybody's gonna say to you when they say
which
you.
is fine. It's
he
relevant.
was the man, homie.
Yeah,
and it's just
it works.
This is gonna be
it's relevant
line.
because it's like it's outdated, and then I just got to find some FUBU shoes or something with the spinners.
Lugs. No, they're Dadas.
With the spinners.
Dadas. They're Dadas with the spinners on them.
Oh, I thought it was lugs with the.
Nah, because Spree was talking about
East Bay.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I love the East Bay.
Yeah, of
Actually,
course.
I think their website's still up. I'm gonna go check them out.
Of course,
they be having some deals on that shit.
Well, East Bay was owned by Foot Locker, and Foot Locker just got bought by Dick's. So I don't know what the.
Well, you know, Dick's be having good deals though.
I don't know. I don't know in that regard.
Well, every once in a while I'll just go in there just to see what they got. Yeah, they be having good deals. You see that one lady? There was a clip where this lady was like inside of a Dick's, and she had like $1,000 worth of shit on her, and the cop was like, "Yeah, I'm arresting you," and she was like, "I was gonna pay for it." He's like, "The clothes are in your pants," and she was like, "You don't know my life. I was gonna go to the register and pull it out," and he was like, "You're going to jail." And he like walks around. I was like, "Is there anything else on you?" She was like, "Well, I still have some pants in my pants," and he was like. And then he took it out and gave it to the store clerk, and I was like, I hope they don't put that back on the shelf.
He's just gonna shake it off, spray some Febreze on it, and put it right back on the shelf.
No. But it was funny as fuck. I was just like, yo, like, but it had the audacity to be like, what are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
And she was like,
at Dick's.
The cop was like, you're stealing. I'm arresting you. She's like, you don't know my life. I haven't left the store yet. And I was like,
it's not stealing if I'm still in the store.
I've tried to use that argument. It doesn't work.
They got you on camera. They are watching.
You do like you put it in your pants. Like you're.
It is so impossible to actually steal from most stores without you getting caught. Like there's always a camera looking at you.
Yeah.
There's like no way for you to really do anything.
The only way you could get away with it for real is loss prevention is just slacking. And even then you can only get away with it maybe like once or twice, and then eventually they'll catch on to you.
I have a trick that I used to do, and then I felt bad. And it wasn't stealing the first time. The second and third time it was stealing. Mm-hmm. This is as an adult. I would go to a grocery store to get drinks from my kids. My kids like Arizona iced teas and Snapple apples. 6-pack. 6-pack has the Snapple has the barcode on the bottom, right? Okay. But it also has the barcode for the individual drinks on the bottles. So the first time by accident, I went to scan and it was leaning it. And it scanned one bottle. So instead of the 6-pack being
because you don't work there,
instead of it being $5, it was $132 or whatever the price was. And I was like, oh, all right. Put it in the cart, left. And then purposely went back other times to do the same thing. And then I thought, like, they watching me. I need to stop.
Yeah, because all they need to do is get you to 500. And
then I need to stop. I didn't. But I did that a few times because, like, why not?
My thing is, I don't work there. So if I'm ringing my own self up, I didn't get proper training.
If something goes wrong, it's not It's not on me.
And it's on the associate to make sure I'm doing the job correctly.
I've had the machine, if I wore a blue hoodie, and it's happened twice. I wore a blue hoodie and a gray baseball cap. And it was a Giant near me, and I'm doing self-checkout because in the morning, they've got more self-checkout registers than they got actual people working. And, it gives the count for every item. I might have told this story before, but it gives the count for the item, the name of the item, and then, you put it in your bag, and it should be 1-to-1. It was 1-to-1 on 2 separate occasions. But the machine would, or the AI or the system or whatever would tell the attendant that I'm not scanning everything.
Oh, I've had that.
And then they come through and count, and it's like, I don't understand what's going on. I do. I'm not coming back. And it happened to me twice, and it was just like, fuck that Giant, not doing anything. Because then the security guards know. The security guards know, because like they be looking at you after the fact that happened twice. The security guards was just looking at me because I just so happened to go back in the store in that blue hoodie. Yeah. And I was like, oh no, let me get the fuck out of here.
No, but the thing is funny because I've seen in that same Giant, I've had it where they did that. And then like literally the lady came back, not only counted the items, but then like watched the recording.
Me putting
and I was like,
but
okay.
I'm putting it in the bag. You see me.
Yeah, I was like, I'm literally scanning everything. I was like, yeah, you can see. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I tried to scan this and it didn't work. And she literally watched the whole recording. I was like, okay,
I can't bypass this. You can cancel it because I'm not spending my money. I'm out.
But I've literally also been in that same Giant where there was a line. I literally saw a guy open the package, take the item out, put it down, and walk out. And I was just like, and of course, me, I'm peeping it, so I just bust out laughing. I'm like, yo, what? And then I was just like, so you just gonna let him steal? But then when I try to ring up something correctly,
do it the right way. I'm getting
that's crazy. I was like, that's crazy. That's
I'm getting all this attention on me. So I want to bring up something else that's kind of in line with AI, and that is it's also in line with what you mentioned you wanted to talk about as well. That is a Mr. Quan Millz.
Yeah, I literally, it was funny. You sent me something, and like 3 other people sent me joints, and I was like, it's destiny. Yeah. I need to finish up this course and get my storyboarding going on.
Quan Millz, I feel, is not a real person.
Oh,
but I was in fact corrected. I went to ChatGPT to find out more about Quan Millz because I was interested, and that's Quan Millz with a Z. Everyone, Quan Millz with a Z, so he's black. Many people thought he was a white dude masquerading as a black author or a white woman.
I didn't even thought about that.
But there's pictures of someone reporting to be Quan Millz talking about his work. But I went to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT, do you know who Quan Millz is? And their answer, Quan Millz is the pen name of Colby Durden, an American author renowned for his provocative and satirical urban fiction. His work has gained significant attention on social media platforms, particularly TikTok, due to the outrageous titles and themes.
It's facts.
All right, and here's his background. Colby Durden is born and raised in Miami, Florida, initially pursued a career in politics and worked in the nonprofit sector. He began writing in 2014 and found his niche in the street literature genre by 2017. Durden now resides in the suburbs of Chicago with his wife. Would you like to know his writing styles and themes?
Well, I good to know that it's street, at least that part. I didn't know that, but go ahead.
Millz novels are characterized by their sensational titles and exaggerated narratives, blending elements of satire, social commentary, and urban drama. Some of his notable works include Old Thought Next Door, Pregnant by My Husband's Granddaddy, This Hoe Got Roaches in Her Crib, My Bad White Bitch, and my personal favorite, because I use this term so often, Hoe is Life. These titles often serve as a gateway to stories that, while humored and over the top, aim to reflect certain aspects of urban life and culture. Because I found his Instagram page, and he uses a lot of AI art to show all the covers. But what I found is they're not books. That's just him throwing feelers out there to see what people respond to. And then he writes those books.
Yeah, no, I did see, I guess, like a live where he was like, all right, what am I going to do next, y'all? And he started just naming stuff. He's like, what y'all think, what y'all think, what y'all think? And I was like, that's actually a great source to have people like throw in ideas. And then he just lets.
Yeah, right now he's on like a male pregnancy kick. Like a lot of the stuff he throws out is about men being pregnant.
One of the drinks that sent me was like, I got my 2 alien homeboys pregnant. And it was just like, huh?
Yeah. And I know a nigga that don't love himself when I see one.
No, he's wild.
Quan Millz absolutely hates the fact that he's black. But then I asked ChatGPT to do something specific. I said, hey, ChatGPT, can you set yourself as an agent to Quan Millz? You're representing Quan Millz. Who would his perfect audience be? And can you give a synopsis of the storyline that's crafted to his perfect audience, as well as create a pitch to upsell it to television networks?
Oh, okay.
Absolutely, ChatGPT said! Exclamation point.
Yeah, no, I love
it's
that.
learning. It's learning.
No, I know. I named mine. Mine's named Bite. He's so happy to help me.
Stepping as an agent for Quan Millz is like diving headfirst into a world of viral urban satire, outrageous drama, and hyper-real storytelling that feels both cartoonish and grounded in uncomfortable truths. I don't know if that's true at all, but that's what it said. This is Mr. Quan Millz' agent.
Bitch got roaches. I mean,
2. Bitch got roaches.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. His brand thrives on pushing the envelope, so any pitch must walk the line between wild entertainment and cultural commentary. So his target audience, the demographics are primarily Black women, 18 to 40, urban and suburban readers who love drama, satire, and hood lit. Yeah. Hood literature.
That's interesting.
Heavy TikTok and Instagram users, especially book talk enthusiasts. I don't know what book talk is because I don't use TikTok.
I've been shared a couple podcasts where essentially they read, like, remember that what was that erotic drink with the scrotum?
Oh, and the devil
Thanksgiving drink.
Yeah.
That was actually recommended to me based off a podcast. Reading it, and they were like, "Hey, why don't you read this?" And then so it was pretty much like a podcast just reading about those type of books. So I'm assuming they probably covered Quan Millz on that a couple times.
Okay, and fans of Zayn, Carl Weber, Tyler Perry, Maury, and Love and Hip Hop.
No, that sounds right. I mean, it's definitely Tyler Perry energy.
So psychographics, never heard this word before. Enjoy sensational, funny, fast-pitched stories. Attracted to messy but real drama. Interested in stories that exaggerate but also reflect real-life struggles. And love to debate fiction and culture on social media.
Bitch got roaches.
Bitch got roaches. And then it created a book for Mr. Quan Millz. The title, I Found Out My Therapist Was My Baby Daddy's Other Baby Mama. I found out my therapist was my baby daddy's other baby mama. Synopsis. When Shanice, a newly single mom trying to heal from a toxic relationship, finally decides to go to therapy, she meets Dr. Tasha Fields, a slick, straight-talking therapist with a love for wigs and crystals. Okay. What Shanice doesn't know is that Tasha has a messy past with Shanice's ex, Devontae, a charming hustler.
My mailman.
Well, layers, everybody. A charming hustler with a track record of unprotected chaos. Mm-hmm. They didn't say sex, chaos. Mm-hmm. As therapy sessions start to shift from healing to shade, Shanice begins to suspect her therapist knows way too much about her life until a surprise DNA test at a church baby shower reveals the truth. Tasha's son and Shanice's baby are siblings. Cue the chaos, custody court, group therapy, baby mama driver, brunches, and a viral TikTok series called Trauma Bonds and Baby Daddies. But beneath the scandal, both women have decided they will keep fighting or finally confront the man who's played them both. And then the last thing I asked for it to do was pitch a log line for a Quan Millz story based off of this book. Log line. 2 Black women discover they share baby daddy in the therapist's couch. Now they must co-parent, co-heal, and maybe even coexist. Tone. A mix of Insecure, P-Valley, and Maury. Equal parts raw drama, messy comedy, and social commentary. Here are some of the unique selling points. Social media magnet. Built-in virality from the title alone. Perfect for TikTok stitching, reaction videos, memes, and podcast commentary. Complex Black female leads. A blend of satire and sincerity. A low to mid budget. Franchising potential. Each season could feature a new outrageous relationship entanglement with the same fictional Millz universe. And in closing, they like to pitch this to a network. Would you like to know the networks it chose?
Tubi, Amazon, OWN.
Tubi, Hulu, BET Plus.
I forgot about BET Plus.
BET Plus.
Can I tell you, show my age? The other day, I was like, yeah, maybe we could go somewhere. is BET Soundstage still a thing?
Whoa.
And then I was like, no, it's not. I definitely said it with full confidence.
Do you know what I say?
Huh.
The MCI Center. I still say the MCI Center.
I think I do too.
I say the MCI Center. So I'm with you in showing my age. But Quan Millz is baffling to me because his shit ain't no good.
No, I know. And that's why, like, honestly, I've looked at Amazon as far as what they require. I'm working on pretty much setting up the account, and I'm going to release something. And then that's when I got into talking with my mom about the book series. And I think I have like at least a 4 to 6 book plan.
Okay.
Essentially, I'll go through it now. So we have Summer Discharge.
Summer Discharge. Yep.
Then which is going to be a sequel of Summer Entanglement.
Summer Entanglement.
There's going to be essentially, I'm creating, I don't want to spoil the plot, but essentially there's going to be a very similar drama with maybe past lovers, babies, and some other stuff.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Then we have Autumn Leaves.
Autumn Leaves.
Abusive relationship. Motherfuckers getting beaten up. Maybe some, DV. I don't know, right? Then we got The Dead of Winter. Murder mystery. And then we circle back around to Spring Rain. And it's going to be a seasonal
series
collection.
Yeah.
Yes. And don't know what Summer Rain is going to be. But yeah, thought about all of it. Potential sequels. But essentially have Spring Rain, Summer Discharge, Autumn Leaves, Dead of Winter.
Heard it here first, everyone. CP Runnings. The series is coming.
The universe.
Yes. The universe of the CP Runnings world is upon us all.
My goal by July is have a rough copy.
Okay, so you got a month.
Yeah, like a month and a half.
You got a month.
Month and a half. I'm trying to have something so I can try to start producing it. And then, it was funny actually. Well, I guess a side note with the ear thing. But trying to have something just so I can upload it. Because based on Amazon requirements, there's like 3 different formats. I want to make it so that I can have a hard copy, soft copy, Kindle version, and like an e-reader version.
I'm not. Like I said, I'm hearing now. I'm hearing now through the mic. But I don't know.
I was going to say, like, so when I do my AirPods, I always hear like that whistle sound.
Okay. And
I'm like, oh, maybe I did something when I was cleaning them, right? Because remember I told you, like, apparently I have wax beyond a million years. But then I'm hearing it now, and I'm like, is it me? Like, is it my ears?
I'm pretty sure it's this board. This board isn't, thankfully it was free. How about that?
Yeah.
It's a free board.
And review it.
You go back and review it and get another one.
Negroes got me.
This is not...
No, wait, what is it?
Nah, I think it's one of these two.
You can record the new
Nah, it's this one.
I will never be out niggered again.
Oh, yeah.
I can hear that, but I'm not hearing us through the mics. But,
I can't.
Live podcasting, that's going to be edited later. Like that's what happens when you're live podcasting. That's going to be edited later. Speaking of podcasting, I want to deliver some information about this particular show to our audience.
Okay.
Recently, I got an email from someone whose name is not of English origin, but they are from PodSeo, Search Engine Optimization. That's some website. And they said their name is Andrea, and they are the founder of PodSeo. We've discovered the Don't Judge Me podcast while analyzing search results for popular keywords in your industry and wanted to reach out. Based on our research, here's how discoverable your podcast currently is across major platforms. Major platforms. This is the Don't Judge Me podcast, how discoverable we are across major platforms, and those platforms are Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
They give us the top 3 rankings for how we are discoverable on Apple and Spotify. And I want to deliver that information about these rankings to our audience.
Please do.
And I want to hear what you have to say.
Mm-hmm.
So give a list of keywords and then the ranking number for those keywords.
Okay.
So I'm going to suspect that these aren't ranked against other shows, but these keywords are ranked within our show.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay. So the first keyword they gave us is G-rated content.
For Jum Jum?
I thought Jum Jum started with a J.
It does, but I'm just trying to make the joke. I don't know.
For G-rated content, and you know what our rank is for G-rated content?
6.
Number 1.
Okay, that's wild.
We are the number 1 G-rated content provider available according to PodSeo.
They're not good at their job, apparently.
The second keyword they gave us is reverse theft.
Okay.
First of all, what is reverse theft? That still
we give away stuff?
That's not reverse theft.
Yeah, because theft is taking something away. Reverse theft would be giving something away. We're Robin Hood out here.
You got me there, and our ranking there is number 80.
Mm-hmm.
We're number 80 in reverse theft. A third keyword they gave us for Apple Podcasts, or their top 3 total rankings for us, is hilarious conversations.
Okay.
Now we're number 1 in G-rated content.
Yeah.
I feel like we should rank pretty high in hilarious conversations.
Well, based on what you were sharing with me, it's not.
98. We are number 98 for hilarious conversations.
They try to
from PodSeo.
Throw some shade.
They are definitely throwing shade.
Like, y'all ain't funny. Y'all G-rated.
Y'all,
I guess we gotta get real raunchy with that.
We are Disney Plus over this bitch.
Yeah, we're out here doing musicals and shit and singing to birds.
How about this one?
Mm-hmm.
The Spotify rankings are just way off. There's no reason for us to have these rankings that we do for Spotify. First keyword, no judgment.
Well, I mean, we say it a lot.
22.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. 22.
Because I feel like we say judgment more so than no.
G-rated content, number 1.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Okay.
Judgment 22.
Yeah, they just.
Judgment free. 88.
I would assume lower, but go ahead.
We should be higher.
Actually, even talking about this, we've judged her like 88 times.
We
her company, I should say.
This is outlandish behavior and not indicative of our show. No. But PodSeo wants our business, and they're going to be able to help us if we sign up for something. And then this is the craziest ranking of all. The keyword is judgmental perspectives. Judgmental perspectives. 159.
Okay.
Why are we not number 1?
I mean, it's literally in our name.
It is everything we do.
We literally judge all
this is the basis. So we're not doing the show right. We've got to go harder, more direct. We've got to be specific about our judgment. We've got to hone in on how we judge things.
I feel like every episode we should just cook her. Every episode. This is this is the what was it called? Andrea. The Andrea
roast at PodSeo. That we got to have a segment just to roast.
Just roasting Andrea
at PodSeo
because she off you.
Did you know that 70% of podcast listeners discover new shows through search and recommendations? Well, with these recommendations, they're never going to find us.
Yeah, because
we're doing something right.
And we do G-rated stuff.
No matter how valuable your content is, if potential listeners can't find you easily, they'll never discover your podcast.
Duh.
They have a full search and visibility report for us, but I don't know if it's going to do us any good because this.
Based on that, they ain't doing
reverse theft. When have we ever talked about theft?
Nah, I mean, honestly, that was a stretch even when I said they give away stuff. I mean, like,
I remember we used to talk about your cards being stolen, but
that's a bit.
It wasn't reversed. It was just theft.
Yeah, it was just theft. That's what I said. Like, I don't get it.
We're number 1 in G-rated content.
That's wild.
This is the second email they sent this. I don't know if I can find the first one. Let me see if I can find the first one and see what those rankings are. Because I might have deleted it because I was like, that's crazy.
And paste. They just did the exact same.
Nah, those rankings were crazy. So this Andrea podcast opportunity, excited. That's with the sponsorship that we didn't quite get or whatever because I got sick. Any other invitation? Nah, that was for a session. No, I got rid of it because these are all old. But I got another one this year. Nah, I ain't got it.
Show up and trash it, even if you search for it.
I delete stuff, so I delete stuff. I delete. So it's not there.
Yeah.
More. I'm gonna look. Trash. Can I search? Yeah, I can search podcasts and trash. Let's see. Nope. SoundCloud. Nope. No vidIQ. Nope, nothing. It's all gone.
Yeah.
But they don't know who we are, and
No, they don't. They're not good at their jobs.
no, not good at all. Yeah, I'm just looking at my email, seeing if there's anything interesting. There is not, because there's nothing interesting in my email right now. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure we talked about Quan, Millz, and our podcast presence because they go hand in hand.
No, like I said, my motivation. I mean, I hate that is my motivation, but I'm just like, look, this man's cranking it out. I have a friend, I guess an old neighbor, has also created 2 books and has them on Amazon right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, no shade to her, she's a sweetheart, but she could do what I can do. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I like not to be like that, but I'm better. So I could do a book.
I mean, the truth is the truth.
No, it is. I know I am. So
humility is for everyone else. It's not for you.
not for me. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. I be mad conceited, yo, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah, humility is to make everyone else feel better about who you are.
Yeah,
if that's not who you are, then
I'm getting to that age where I'm just like, yo, I'm like maybe 5 years from just dropping racial slurs. Like I'm getting to that pinnacle, like looking at a Spanish person and just calling them Mexican. Like I have
been there. I am from Baltimore. They were all Mexican for quite some time.
That's what I'm saying. Look, my dad used to do it. And I'd be like, yo, you wildin'. But he was 70. Like he was, and he was doing a damn thing. I'm like 5 years away from Velcro shoes and dropping Mexican bombs.
Ooh. I know you like shopping at Costco, but don't get your shoes from Costco.
Yeah, I might. I have gotten it. The other day I was wearing, I think my brother was throwing shade. I was wearing like this, I was changing batteries for my mom. My brother was like, the boots from Costco? And I was like, yeah. Mind you, I'm excited because he recognized us from Costco. But I know he had to be like, them cheap ass boots.
Cheap ass Kirkland signature boots.
No, look, because my brother, I love him to death. But like sometimes, like, cause I'd be looking for deals, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, said something. I was like, yeah, man, I got these jeans from the thrift store. They're like $2. He's like, I can tell. And I was like, oh, because they look nice, right? And he just,
oh, I knew it.
Yo, and so the other day, like, again, it's just hilarious because the other day he just like, yeah, you got the boots from Costco, right? And I was like, yeah. And I'm excited because again, it's Costco. But no, I know he was like, they look like Costco boots.
He was like, what are those? Costco's.
Yeah, that's
Costco's.
exactly right. But like he does it in such a creative way where, because I just get excited because, I like talking about it. But it was just like, he said, yeah, I can tell. Boy. I was like, all right. I'm like, I ain't mad at it. Because again, it only cost me like $2. So I'm like,
you tell me twice. Yep, those. Yep.
Yeah, it's like I can tell. And I give it. I don't know what brand they are, to be honest. So like I get it.
They denim.
No, bro, I get it. So like, but it's like if I get, especially since I'm losing weight, like I don't want to spend $50 for a pair of jeans.
Right.
So if I can get a pair of jeans for like $3, yeah, I'm buying them jumps. Unless they like just are a hot mess, like an old school like heel figure like goes like all the way down the
Jenko joints.
Yeah. Yeah. Or like a whole rack of like buckles or some shit. Like no, I'm good. But like basic jeans.
I saw brand new like boot cut jeans with the hammer pocket with the carpenter cut jeans. Like like yo, they brand new and they still make those.
Yeah, no, they do. Like you can probably go on Amazon right now and find them jumps.
Fuck Amazon, you go in the store.
No, that's what I'm saying, but like they still make them. Because I think I was in Walmart looking at like just jeans just in general, just because again I'm getting smaller. So like I was like I see something quick because I was going out and I was like I need a new pair of jeans because the jeans I had were like 2 sizes too big. Mm-hmm. And, after a while, like, I mean, I don't know if everybody knows, but after a while, the pants get so baggy, even if you like do the belt, you just get this like saggy, like kind of crotch area. Because the jeans just have nowhere else to go.
So for women, they have a pocket of air above their butt because they can't.
That's funny.
When their butt's too big, but their waist is real small, they have their pocket of air. But yes, you have a bulge in the front that just is stupid.
Yeah, when your jeans are too big. But the tip 6 inches. Yeah. I don't want to mislead y'all. So I'm like, all right, well, I can't have that, and it also doesn't look good because sometimes you can even see underwear, depending if I'm reaching for something, and I can't guarantee my underwear is in one condition, so can't have that out there. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm like, I need to be more presentable. So I'm looking at jeans.
Did I put on my good drawers today?
No, I might not. If we're going to Costco, good draws. If I'm going to Walmart, no. You know what I'm saying? But usually when I do Walmart, I do Costco. So I don't know where else I'm going, but you might see some holy draws out there.
I need you. I need you to buy some better drawers.
No, I do. I'm just joking.
Okay.
I mean, given back in like college, I probably would have some trifling jokes. But like now, no. Like as soon as I get like even like a rip, it's trash.
Throw them away.
Yeah, they're trash. And not saying like I get stuff, but I'm always like, well, what if, right? Something was to happen, and then be like, damn, I got some holy drawers. Like,
Nigga, I live in a complex of apartments and townhouses, dumpsters on the premises. I won't even go to the dumpster without putting on drawers. Like, what if I get locked up? I can't get locked up without drawers on. Like, I can't just be freeballing in these streets. No. Like, I gotta. No. Yeah, I feel you.
No. So yeah, always. But anytime I get like any rip, even like my compression shorts when I wear when I work out, if they start tearing it a little bit, toss them. I'm just like whatever. Now that I'm smaller, I can actually buy. I don't have to buy Under Armour. I can buy like a
decent anybody
knockoff from Shaoxing or whatever the fuck, and it's like 5 pairs for like $10. Yeah, but like because I'm just gonna throw them away eventually because I work hard, so I work out hard, so like they don't last long.
Mm-hmm,
I've gone through many Under Armour joints, and I'm like, well, I paid like $40 for these joints, and it's because of the fact that they were one of the few ones that actually made the size that fit me without cutting blood off to my knees and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, yeah. Anytime it's like any type of rip, yeah, they're gone. They're gone. I don't keep that shit.
And now you gotta not necessarily have the same approach with your shopping, but it's like you're not spending money on nothing because you're not at the size you want to be. So it's just like
no, and that's what it's also like.
If I damage these $2 jeans, like whatever.
You know, and like it's also one of those things like even like shirts and stuff. It's like because I'm in a weird. And we talked about this last recording. I'm in a weird like size bracket. Like I could wear 2X in some stuff, but not in all stuff.
I saw the perfect shirt for you. It was so I bought my son a Mario shirt, and it said like Mario since '82 or something like that. And it was a damn it, it's a character you like, and it was like since whatever year that character was created.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, it's only a 2X though, and I don't know if that's going to work.
I could get into it because this is a 2X, even though like right now, I guess since I'm sitting, it's kind of like a little.
Yeah, it was. Who was the character? It was perfect. It wasn't like the Care Bears.
Was it a video game joint?
I saw it in fucking Target. The day I sent you the pictures of the shirts, I saw it that day.
Well, see, you know what? One thing I'm glad about being smaller now is that I can actually now find those shirts. I used to love going to Target and Walmart and looking at the shirts, and it was like one of my favorite things to do. And then I got too big, and I couldn't. And every once in a while, you might find a 3, but it was rare. Now 2Xs, if I can get in a 2X, I got a lot of hoodies now are 2s. And I'm starting to get into shirts that are 2s. And I'm like, yo, once I get like locked in, I can wear a 2 and it's baggy. I can even go XL. I used to wear a medium, yo. I would wear a skin tight shirt if I had the right body layout.
You remember muscle shirts back in the day?
Bro.
You used to wear muscle shirts?
Bro, I got an Old Navy shirt that's still upstairs because I knew one day I would get back into it. It's a medium. It had 83 on it. And everybody was like, why 83? Because you weren't born in 83. I was like, all my friends are from 83. And I got respect for family, right? So I used to wear this shirt. But it was this medium. It was green. The sleeves were like up here. Like I'm talking, this joint was like a crop top. Like, this joint looked like I stole it from some kid, like at a baseball game or something. And it was, I was like, you know, like I guess it was like hangover movies where like you wear your girl's outfit the next day. Like that's the energy it gave off. And it was like if I like coughed, you saw like my chest. Like that's how like it was at my waist. There was no like even if I was to go like this, you're seeing like belly button. Like that's how like it was perfectly at the line. Mm-hmm. But any movement up, you're seeing body.
Well, dudes wear crop t-shirts now. They're loose, but they wear crop t-shirts.
I still got the shirt. I had to find it, but I still got it.
I am wrecking my brain trying to figure out who the character was because it's in the same style of that Mario shirt that I got from my kid.
I mean, it's probably a video game joint, like.
But it's a character you're fond of.
Horse Girls?
Definitely not Horse Girls. It's some character America knows. But when I run across it again, I'll take a picture because I'm sure it's still there.
Oh, probably.
And if I see it, I'll grab it for you.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah, because Target don't. They got too many options. Okay, I was trying to see if I can find it.
I shouldn't be in Target as much as I be in Target. But the other day I was in there, same day as the shirt pictures or whatever. This black woman working there, and she had like the double stack cart that they do their stocking and stuff with.
Yeah,
like she was walking, and her legs went out from under her, and she pulled the cart down.
Jesus,
and it was just like this was my sign not to be in there because I have to help this black woman up, and we both should not be in Target right now.
No.
The Holy Spirit of Jamal Bryant like knocked her over to bring us both together to realize like sister, brother, you don't need to be in here right now. Just say no to Target. Boycott Target. They've also extended their boycott to Dollar General, or is it Family Dollar? One of those other stores.
Yeah, I saw that, and I was like, well, good thing I don't really go in there.
Yeah, but I guess like, you know, they all in the hood and not like giving back to the community and stuff like that. Even though the only people who work in these stores are black people. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but that's not my plight, because apparently I'm still in Target and I'm a sellout. So don't listen to me. Judge your mothers. Did you find something? Your face looks.
I see Oscar the Grouch have a rotten day. And I love that. Actually, Hot Topic had a shirt just like this. It was a sweater. They wanted like $50 for it.
Yeah, Hot Topic is out of control.
No, I know. And honestly, I seen a couple things in there. I'm like, oh, that's tight. And I was just more so like, I could replicate that. And like, yeah, I was just like, all right, well, I'm going to go rock that drink. But maybe Mickey? Was it Mickey?
You know what? It was Mickey. It was Mickey Mouse. That's exactly who it was. It was Mickey Mouse since whatever year. And it was like the old school style. Is that the sense whatever?
Well, I typed in Target since year character shirts.
Okay.
And finally I got, I guess, like something to actually show, and it had like a Mickey.
It was Mickey Mouse.
It doesn't have the year, I guess, Mickey Mouse on this particular one, but
because that's the only thing that would make sense. Like, wow.
Because it would have been Mickey, I guess Disney. It would have been Mickey Mouse since, I guess, 28 probably.
Whatever the year was, but it was the Mickey Mouse
Disney
shirt.
was founded in 1928.
Yeah, it was the Mickey Mouse shirt, and that is exactly what it was. But I didn't know the size, if I should go 2 or 3, and I wasn't sure about them because
3 would definitely fit. 2, I would wear. I mean, because I did a pancreatic cancer walk, and that shirt is a 2X, and it fits me fine. I wore it yesterday actually, so 2X can work. Now, maybe not. I definitely would wear it. Mm-hmm. So let me give you all this disclaimer. I'm gonna get there. Would I wear it to Costco? Maybe not yet, because of just how it feels. Mm-hmm. But that's just because I'm still not used to clothes touching my sides. So like even like right now, I feel like this is too small. And I know it's not per se, but I'm not used to it feeling this way. So like I'm not comfortable per se. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's just getting used to like, oh, this shirt's touching my side. Like I don't know if I like that. But it's also like I'm so used to swimming in my clothes that like it's like, yeah, this is probably how clothes are supposed to fit.
Yeah, so everything isn't supposed to fit like a cape and cow.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Because I always wear hoodies, and I would always go like several sizes above. Like even like at my biggest, I was wearing like 6, 7 X's, and it's like I did not need that.
That's crazy. Like, you know, I've still got clips from like when we first started doing the show, and we were in like the meeting rooms and stuff like that. Yeah. I've still got like video footage of it, and I look at it like, I think it did lose a lot of weight. Mm-hmm. God damn.
Yeah, from like my biggest to now, I've technically have lost 180 pounds. So like 2 bitches. Or like, you know how a big bitch and a dog.
In London, in the UK, they were like 2 stone, 1 keg.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's you.
Bruh, yeah. I mean, so like, you know, trying to get like maybe another 60 down. So I'll be a total probably like 250 that I've lost. Well, once I get to that goal. But like, yeah, I've lost 180 pounds so far. And
that's remarkable just to hear.
Yeah, it's taking some time, of course, but in the last year I've lost 120.
No Ozempic, bitches.
No, all natural. Since last year I've lost 120, and I guess in the last 3 years was that other 50 something. So it took a while to get into the rhythm, but now that I'm locked in, like even like this morning I turned off my alarm and was like, I'll have it as my rest day, because I've actually been going pretty hard because I wanted to like be at my goal weight by my birthday. So like another 50 pounds by December, which is possible, but you know, again, you don't want to overwork your body. Right. So this morning I'm like, yeah, I'll just sleep in. I woke up at 4 and was like, all right, well, let's work out.
Let's work out.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. Because it was just like, well, I'm up. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? Like, are you going to play video games? Maybe. But I was like, why not work out? And I was like, I would have done yard work as well, but it was still wet from yesterday. So I was like, all right, well, let me just work out, do my normal routine, and then go from there. But I really was like, oh, I'll sleep in. No, because I'm locked in the
Definitely
schedule.
Did not sleep in.
No. And I even went to bed like at 11 too. So like, I don't know why my body does that, but yeah, woke up.
I was just complaining today about like, yeah, I need to do more. This nigga said I get up at 4 o'clock because I'm trying to sleep in and I still work out.
But because I woke up, like, you don't understand. My body will just be like, yo, I don't give a fuck that you're tired. Like, I'll go to bed like 11, wake up at 3. And I'm like, okay, I could try to go back to sleep because again, my alarm goes up at 5.
Mm-hmm.
I could try to go back to sleep for an hour, which is going to ruin my day. Or you could just gradually start moving, take your time, maybe watch a YouTube video, maybe doom scroll a little bit, prep. I usually drink tea in the morning. I might even do a shower just to wake myself up. And it's like, all right, well, let's just waste 2 hours getting ready to work out versus trying to go back to sleep for 30 minutes because you've already woken up.
That's where my brain is now. Lately, it's definitely been on the alarm goes off. I don't really need to move, do I? I don't. But there's no other alarm at this point. I'm taking the time to actually like wake up, but it just takes another 20 minutes.
Yeah. So instead of me like because usually I'll get up at 5 and it's like jump up, go, let's move, right? Like I got somewhere to be, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm very like purposeful in my movements. But if I wake up at 4, it's like, oh, I'm gonna take the time. I'm gonna watch a couple videos. I'm putting on my ankle brace. Like I'm taking. Like, I'll get downstairs at like 5. I'm like, damn, I wasted 2 hours. Like what the? But it's like I gradually got down there, and versus just like trying to like hustle and bustle and move from there. But because long-winded, 2X would work. I actually been shopping like when I'm at Walmart. I'll be like, what y'all got over here? Now, given it's always disorganized, you can't find shit.
Fuck no.
But I'm like, all right.
But Walmart does have a lot of Walmart has a lot of t-shirts,
like graphic tees.
Yeah, like a lot of graphic tees.
But it's like it's just trying to find it.
I just don't feel good going to Walmart.
No, but see, I love Walmart.
And there's the Walmart you go to. Did they not shut down, but did they segregate the self checkout?
Yeah, but it's 15 items or less, which is
not that kind of segregation.
Well, no, it's
for specific Walmart shoppers.
Oh, not yet. I have read that they plan to do like a Walmart
Plus.
I'm like, my thing is because usually when I go in there, I get my frozen vegetables, so I need 30 because I go once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I need 30 bags of vegetables, right? So I'm already eliminated from the 15 items or less. So I have to go to the self-checkout.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I'm like, hey, I got 30 of these. And then some of them are like, I need to scan each one. I'm like, if you want to do extra work, you can do extra work. I'm telling you how many I got. And they're only $2 a bag. So I'm kind of do you, like, you can, I mean, I'm not trying to steal a bag of vegetables, but if you want to scan it, go ahead. But it's like, I got, 30 bags of vegetables, 6 bags of fruit, 4 bags of, like it's like a hell of a, so I can't go through self-checkout, even though I could be faster in self-checkout than I could be with the server.
You could just scan one thing and walk out. It's real fast.
No, it's funny because even when you told me about the scanning joint, I had a fraternity brother who used to do that all the time. He'd literally scan one and be like, yeah, I don't work here. And I would just be like, that's why I got that mentality. I'm like, you're right, you don't work here. Like, and he would get like a 24 pack of Snapple and be like, boop. And he'd be like, your total's $235. And they ever stopped him and be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And he would literally lean into the, I'm dumb.
I just scanned what was there. So.
Yeah, it said scan, so I scanned. So we got to scan each one. Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know.
And it would be like straight face at the lady, like, I didn't know that.
Sorry.
Yeah. You guys should do better training.
Can I leave now? Can I leave?
I think the funniest thing is like during tax season when people make jokes. It's like, yeah, I've been calling Walmart asking when they're going to send me my W-2 since I got to check myself out. And I'm like, yeah, that's facts.
I actually got to start paying my taxes, I guess. That's the thing about tax season, right? Like if you do it yourself and then you owe and then you submit and it's accepted, it's just like, all right, I'm done. It's just like, all right, I'm done. No, you got to go back and then like go through the IRS to actually set up a payment plan and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, do I have to?
Yeah.
Like
eventually.
Do I?
Well, and you have until next year.
Yeah, I got some time to,
you have
to start paying on it.
It's like you do it again and they're like, you owe us from last year, bro.
I was like, oh yeah. Let me get myself together so I can pay these taxes, I guess. But it is what it is. So I don't have much else unless you've got something you want to share.
I got one thing I want to share, which is very remnants of when we did our song joint.
From Suno?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this song found me.
Okay.
But I'm all for it. I hope you can hear it. For the Don't Judge Me folder. There it goes.
Boom, 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 boom,
all right,
boom.
I'm about to play.
Baby, I love big booty Latinas. Those booties just leave me speechless. Clapping those cheeks while they're making tortillas. God bless big booty Latinas. Shaking those hips for a margarita with a coochie that grips like some anesthesia. Juicy and round, looking muy bonita. Lord, I love big booty Latinas. Everyone loves big booty Latinas. Latinas, extra juicy, extra seasoned, calling me Poppy and eating carnitas. Everyone loves big booty Latinas. Everyone loves big booty Latinas. Throwing it back just to get a visa. Baby, don't give me no ideas. Hola, mommy, buenos dias. Those Latinas, they don't fake it. When they turn around and make it, jiggle, wiggle, bounce, and shake. It's like I'm watching Heaven's Gates. And boy, those booties got some shape. And Lord, I love Latina cake. And when there's 3 Latinas naked, baby, I call that tres leches.
Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I was like, damn, this is taking forever. I was like, I was listening to this by myself. That tres leches came up fast. But now I was like, damn, this is taking a minute. Now I ain't listening to all this song as much as I wanted.
That colonizer's crazy.
No, right. But I'm not gonna lie. I bumped that shit.
I there were some of these points that he made that I was like, oh, he's not wrong.
He's spitting straight facts.
He was getting to it.
Straight facts.
He was getting to it. It's an amazing way to end the show.
Yeah.
Well, since it's the end of the show, it's time for the motivational thought of the episode, and anything other than the advice for loving big booty Latinas that you might have for the audience out there, sir.
You know, I seen this clip and it said, next time your girl tells you to go deeper, tell her to get tighter.
Get tighter, everyone. That's episode 199. Episode 200 is coming up real soon.